In 2023, the new Horse Stables and Education Center opened on the National Mall. The National Park Service will use this facility to stable and care for horses that are used by the United States Park Police Mounted Unit. This transformational project replaces the outdated and inadequate stables that were built as a temporary shelter in 1976 for the U.S. bicentennial. Importantly, this visionary project also created a new educational center that will welcome the public for the first time to learn about the horses and the history on the National Mall. This project fulfills the aspirations of the National Park Service to create a state-of-the-art, sustainable new home for its horses and officers of the mounted unit. The new facility is significantly larger than the stables that were built in the 1970s. Consisting of nearly 14,000 square feet of space that includes 14 stalls within the stable space, public paddocks, medical paddocks, educational areas, space devoted to training and administrative duties, and employee parking, as well as space for horse trailers. This new facility provides a healthier environment for the horses, as well as meeting the operational needs of the U.S. Park Service. Within the Educational Center, there are displays on riding safety and safety equipment used by the mounted unit. On one of the windows is a life-size decal of a horse. It is inscribed with information on the characteristics of a horse that might be used by the mounted unit park police. Many of these horses are donated and serve a few years and sometimes much longer. After their tenure with the mounted unit, care is given to finding them a very good home. On either side of the center's lobby are presentation areas with video displays. The video presentations are thematic, one highlighting the special bond between the mounted park police and their horses, and the other providing historical context for the U.S. Park Service mounted unit. The video titled "A Special Bond" provides a brief overview in the day in the life of a mounted park police officer. Here, that special bond between the officer and its horse is highlighted. More than 400 hours of training for officers and horses are required to qualify as a modern mounted police officer. Above the display area is a quote, "By the time you finish training, you and your horse are bonded to a point where you can handle anything." It is true that the mounted police officers form long-lasting bonds with their horses. On the other side of the lobby is a presentation area called Past to Present. Here, a video presents the story of the mounted unit of the National Park Service. The mounted unit is one of the oldest and most beloved equestrian units in the United States. Starting in 1934 with just one horse rented from a local stable. The unit was charged with protecting people, resources, and monuments around Washington, D.C. Today, their mission is similar and often provides guidance, protection, and a friendly equine presence on the National Mall. By 1953, the mounted unit consisted of 10 officers. In the 1970s, it was expanded to parks in the New York City area and San Francisco. Mounted police officers have a distinct advantage because on horseback, officers can cover various terrains that are inaccessible by automobile and provide a commanding view of crowds. One mounted police officer is as effective as 15 or more on foot. By 1975, the mounted unit in the Washington, D.C. area had 35 well-trained officers. Although the new stables are located at a site of the facility they replaced, now the stable project creates a universally accessible sidewalk path, termed the Path of Hope, to connect the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial directly to the Lincoln Memorial and the reflecting pool. This modern and sustainable structure that provides a home for the horses and the mounted unit of the Park Service would not have been possible without the partnership of the Trust for the National Mall and the National Park Service. This project was designed and built by the Trust for the National Mall and is entirely funded by private philanthropy. The new Education Center for the U.S. Park Police Horse Stables is now open to the public. You can visit Thursday through Sunday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you happen to be on the mall, I think you will find this worth a visit.